Tonight on WENY News, authorities in Yates County discussed last week's child sex exploitation investigation that led to the arrest of 18 people. We'll have a live update.
And tracks of rain showers pushing through our region with cooler conditions to follow.
Plus, a newly launched state website in Pennsylvania directing residents to abortion care is under scrutiny. We'll explain why. WENY News at 6 starts right now.
From across the Twin Tiers, this is WENY News at 6.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for WENY News at 6. I'm Renata Steele.
And I'm Nick Quattrini.
Well, tonight we have continuing coverage on the arrest of 18 people last week on a slew of sex crime charges involving a minor.
WENY's Max Coven is live outside of the Yates County Courthouse in Penn Yan with new information shared this afternoon. Max?
Good evening, Renata and Nick. Authorities say this investigation spans several counties across our region and even reached as far as Florida. Now listen to this. Much of this investigation centered around 49-year-old Andrew Daughtry, who faces the most serious charges of rape, criminal sexual assault, and promoting sexual performance by a child, plus other charges including sex trafficking of a child. The district attorney for Yates County today accused Daughtry of sexually exploiting a minor over a period of 7 years. That exploitation of that same child led to the arrest of more than a dozen other people in this investigation by state police.
The predatory sexual assault against a child charges against Andrew Daugherty and Micheline Ridley encompass a period of time from 2017 to 2019. So the allegations within all the charges cover from 2017 through to October of 2022.
And out of those 18 people charged, 5 have already pled guilty to various sexual assault charges. Now, Daughtry also has a previous child sex crime conviction and is a level 2 registered sex offender. Renata and Nick.
All right, thanks, Max. A 22-year-old man was killed early Sunday morning after being hit by a car in Elmira. According to the Elmira Police Department, it happened around 2 a.m. on Clemens Center Parkway and East 5th Street. This is video from earlier today. Police said when officers got there early Sunday morning, they tried to save that man, but he later died at the hospital. Officials have not named the person who was killed yet. Police said the driver, who was identified, and they did say that an investigation is now underway, but they did not announce any charges against that driver or that person's identity. The police are also asking if anybody witnessed that crash to contact them. We're going to have more on this story tonight on WENY News at 11 o'clock. There's also a scheduled vigil by friends and family happening tonight near the scene of that crash. Scattered showers are currently pushing through the region tonight with temperatures dropping through the 50s.
WENY Chief Meteorologist Joe Veras is here to let us know what's in store for the rest of the week. Joe?
Yeah, with those showers coming through, the sky can that we just saw behind you is really shaking quite a bit outside our studios. So some gusty winds associated with those showers passing through. It's all associated with an area of low pressure that's still back over the central Great Lakes region. We're just looking at the leading edge of some of the showers. Cooler conditions will follow through the overnight period and during the day tomorrow. And occasionally, as these rain showers pass through, there may be a couple wet snowflakes mixed in, especially across the higher terrain, although I'm not expecting any kind of accumulation. So there are some of the showers right now, pretty much right along Route 14 from Watkins Glen down through Montour Falls and Millport, down through Veteran and Pine Valley and over towards Elmira, and then points to the south in Bradford County over towards the Troy area, now approaching Sayre and down towards the Towanda area within the next couple of minutes. The shower won't last for very long, but we'll get occasional showers coming through during the overnight period. It's 53 in Bath, down to 40 right now in Westfield, 38 in Germania, so we get a push of cooler air that's moving in from the west, and tonight will eventually drop down into the low and mid 30s. Currently 53 in Elmira. Look at that sustained wind. These are sustained winds right now. Southwesterly 26 miles an hour, so quite impressive as this leading edge of rain moves in from the west. Tomorrow, clouds, limited sunshine, perhaps a mixed rain or snow shower. But look at these temperatures, only in the mid 40s for highs, so you'll definitely need a jacket. But towards the end of the week, summer-like conditions will return. I'll let you know how warm it'll get by Thursday and Friday in just a few minutes.
Joe, thank you. Well, a man in Bradford County died after a motorcycle accident. The county coroner's office says it responded to a motorcycle versus deer crash that happened around 9:45 last night in Wyalusing. The coroner's office says the driver of the motorcycle was 47-year-old Joel Learn. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
And staying in Bradford County, a person in Smithfield Township has died as a result of a house fire that happened yesterday morning. According to the Bradford County Coroner's Office, the fire happened a little after 10 o'clock yesterday morning on Ulster Road in Smithfield. The Coroner's Office said that one person was taken from the fire, removed from that fire, but was pronounced deceased. Information about the person is not being released at this time because the coroner says the next of kin will need to be notified. An autopsy has been scheduled, and we'll bring you the latest as the story develops.
An Ithaca man sentenced to prison following a home invasion in the town of Lansing about a year and a half ago. According to the Tompkins County District Attorney, 39-year-old Clifton Bibbins was sentenced on Friday on charges of assault, burglary, attempted robbery, and criminal possession of a weapon. Bibbins' conviction stems from a home invasion, attempted robbery in Lansing in October 2021. Prosecutors say he pistol whipped and then shot the victim in the foot. Bibbins will serve 20 years to life in prison for burglary, as well as 16 years to life for attempted robbery and criminal possession of a weapon. The assault charge carries 12 years in state prison. Well, recent litigation over the abortion pill mifepristone has raised several questions and concerns, especially for those seeking abortion care. Last week, the Shapiro administration launched a website to help answer those questions and direct people to abortion care nearest them.
WENY State Capitol correspondent Brendan Scanlon, he joins us live to share how the new website is being praised by some but questioned by others. Brendan?
Renata and Nick, good evening. That's right. Well, pro-choice advocates are certainly praising this website, which provides information and details for Pennsylvania residents and even non-residents who are seeking an abortion here in the Commonwealth. But how the website was created and how it's being funded, how advertising is being funded, is cause for concern for some Republican lawmakers.
Utilizing taxpayer dollars by any politicians for a marquee website for abortion is probably not appropriate.
A website launched by the Shapiro administration last week provides information and details like where to find a provider and how to plan and pay for an abortion. Budget Secretary Uri Monson says the Office of Digital Content paid for the site and that it is no different than similar websites created in the wake of major issues or events like the Ohio train derailment.
There was a court decision in Texas that led to a lot of questions about what is available, what's opportunity. A large majority of folks use the internet, social media to access information. When there was a train derailment in Ohio, we set up a website to provide emergency information so that people weren't just calling.
However, Pennsylvania's Abortion Control Act prohibits public dollars for abortion-related care, with exception for the life of a mother, rape, or incest. State Senator Kristen Phillips Hill questioned whether the website is a legal expenditure and how much was spent on advertising and search engine optimization.
Having been a small business owner, you have to pay a lot to get your business to pop up at that first Google search response. So are taxpayer dollars being used to advertise that website and prioritize that Google search?
I don't know. I'd have to get back to you on that one.
Renata and Nick, I did reach out to the governor's office for some additional details. They told me launching websites like this one is a typical role of their office to, again, provide information and resources in response to statewide or even nationwide issues, again, like that recent Texas ruling. We'll have much more information up on our website, WENY.com. But for now, reporting live from the Pennsylvania State Capitol for WENY News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Renata and Nick, back to you.
Well, officials in Alabama investigating a mass shooting over the weekend at a 16th birthday party that left 4 people dead. Coming up, what police have learned so far in the investigation.
And if you're planning to take a trip to a national park this year, Google has you covered. We'll tell you how they say they plan to make your trip easier.
And the Elmira Corning Regional Airport just clocked in a wind gust of 33 miles an hour. I'll let you know how long the breezy conditions will last. Coming up right after the break. But first, a live look at our Crystal City Sky Cam overlooking Market Street in downtown Corning. You're watching WENY News at 6.